Hello, my friend, and welcome to Wisdom Trek. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, your guide to wisdom and creating a living legacy. Thank you for joining us for our 5-day-per-week Wisdom and Legacy Building podcast. Today is day 511 of our trek, and it is Wisdom Wednesday. Every Wednesday along Life's Trail, we will dig for the nuggets of wisdom that are found within the book of Proverbs. Today, we'll explore the second half of chapter 26. We are broadcasting from our studio at the Big House in Marietta, Ohio. 2017 has begun. Paula and I invested several hours in planning, preparing, and setting goals for this new year, and are excited to see how God will move within our lives, and for the opportunity to positively impact the lives of many people. Even with this planning, which is very important, we also realize what we do on a daily basis, which most of the time is not very exciting, will determine the success that we have during the year. Most of our days will be mundane and considered boring. We do not live extravagant lives and are fairly common people. We do understand, though, that success consists of doing the common things of life uncommonly well. Our prayer and hope is that when 2017 ends, we can look back with satisfaction and say that each day was lived well. If we live each day well, then the entire year will be successful overall. On our trek for today, we will explore several examples on how not to live. It is important to know this so that we can avoid these situations and habits. One of those bad habits is lying to others. As verse 28 tells us, a lying tongue hates its victims. Let's start on our trek and explore verses 15 through 28. And these are more Proverbs of Solomon that were copied out by King Hezekiah. Verse number 15. Lazy people take food in their hand, but don't even lift it to their mouth. A person who is habitually lazy feels a sense of entitlement. They feel that the world owes them something or everything. To show the extreme of this laziness, this verse uses a word picture of a lazy person who took hold of something to eat, but was so lazy that they could not even lift it to their mouth. Verse number 16. Lazy people consider themselves smarter than 7 wise counselors. Laziness and foolishness go hand in glove. A foolish, lazy person feels that they are so smart that they do not need advice from others. Even if they met the wisest person alive, they would refuse their wisdom because they are too lazy to implement the suggestions for improvement. Verse number 17. Interfering with someone else's arguments is as foolish as yanking a dog's ears. When you observe someone else in a discussion or argument, it would be best if you avoid getting involved, even if you feel you have the solution to their problem or answers to their arguments. The analogy is how foolish it would be to yank the ears of a mad dog. The only thing that will happen is that you'll either get bit physically or verbally when interfering with someone else's argument. Verse number 18 and 19. Just as damaging as a madman shooting a deadly weapon is someone who lies to a friend and then says, "I was only joking." Lying is never wise, especially to those you consider friends, even when it is said in jest. The result will be the killing of your friendship. The damage will be no less as if you were using physical weapons. Verse number 20. Fire goes out without wood, and quarrels disappear when gossip stops. Just as fire needs a continual supply of wood to keep it going, quarreling will usually continue when there is a continual supply of gossip. The best way to end quarrels is stop fueling them with lies, deception, and gossip. Be kind and honest at all times. Verse number 21. A quarrelsome person starts a fight as easily as hot embers light charcoal and fire lights wood. You probably know a person or two who just seems to be always quarreling or fighting about something. Their lives are filled with drama. It seems to be their very nature and is a habitual part of their lives, in the same way that hot embers and wood continues to fan the flames of the cooking pit or a bonfire. Verses number 22 through 26. Rumors are dainty morsels that sink deep into one's heart. Smooth words may hide a wicked heart, just as a pretty glaze covers a clay pot. People may cover their hatred with pleasant words, but they are deceiving you. They pretend to be kind, but do not believe them. Their hearts are filled with many evils. While their hatred may be concealed by trickery, their wrongdoing will be exposed in public. People have not changed much at all since King Solomon penned these words over 3,000 years ago. Within his palace, rumors abounded, and he knew how dangerous it was. Rumors are like fine pieces of chocolate that you can feel oozing down into your stomach. They are usually smooth and cover the gossiper like a fine glaze covers a piece of pottery. Those who spread gossip covers themselves with what appears to be pleasant words, even if they know they are deceptive. They come across as if they care for those that they are gossiping about, and yet their intent is to cause damage. They may deceive others for a period of time, but eventually the habitual gossiper will be found out for who they truly are. They are a hater and a liar. Verse number 27. If you set a trap for others, you will get caught in it yourself. If you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. Be careful if you are attempting to entrap others for your own personal gain. It may work for a period of time, but eventually it will catch up to you, and you will be the one that is ultimately damaged. And verse number 28. A lying tongue hates its victims, and flattering words cause ruin. When you lie to or about others, it is usually to protect yourself from embarrassment and shame. You may not realize it is causing harm to the person that you are lying to, but when you strip away all the excuses for lying, the only one that remains is that you hate the person that you are lying to, or at least you love yourself more than you love them. This is the reason you are trying to cover up for your own shortcomings. Honesty is not only the best policy, it is the only policy. Today on our Wisdom Trek, we continue to explore the series of Solomon's Proverbs that were assembled by King Hezekiah. These Proverbs provide us with more wisdom, insight, and understanding, especially in relationship to arguing, lying, and gossip, which are all the same thing. Regardless of where you are on your faith walk, if the precepts of Proverbs are followed, your life will be rich and satisfying. Take them and plant them in your heart so that you'll reap a harvest of wisdom. I would challenge you to take just one of the precepts we learned today from Proverbs and commit yourself to applying it to your life. Tomorrow we will hike another short trail on Wisdom Unplugged, where we will discover another inspirational wisdom quote. So encourage your family and friends to join us and then come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, creating a legacy. That will finish our trek for today. If you'd like to listen to any of the past treks or read our Wisdom Journal, they are available at wisdom-trek.com. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and then leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and then create a great day every day. See you tomorrow.